right, Hans Temestode, FightHype.com, here with Eddie Hearn. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. New York City, big card on Saturday. A lot of business going on. A lot of fighters coming to us, talking to us, and exciting times in the US.
You know, we don't get you down here in New York enough, man. You got to start coming back a little bit more.
I love it. I mean, I was at the Knicks game last night and everyone was talking about Taylor Serrano, you know, last April. Just unbelievable event. And Madison Square Garden, whether you're in the main room, whether you're in Hulu, it's a buzzing city. And, you know, again, we're seeing, it's kind of like the hub for fighters as well. A lot of meetings this week, a lot of fighters flying in to see us, and this is a good place to be.
I'm assuming my ticket got lost in the mail for that next game.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty special.
So how do you feel about the card this weekend, man?
I feel good. I mean, I think you got two brilliant undisputed fights. Of course, Amanda Serrano has become a massive star against Erika Cruz, our girl, who's, you know, a world champion in her own right. It's Mexico against Puerto Rico. And beneath that, Alycia Baumgardner has become a big star. Obviously beat Mekhaled, her chance to be undisputed. Richardson Hitchens in a big fight for him. Franklin Riviera, our latest Puerto Rican signing. You've got Shadicia Green against Cederroos, it's a great fight. Sky Nicholson, Ramla Ali, Harley Medeiros, Aaron Aponte. It's a really good card, and it's gonna be a big crowd in there on Saturday. We'll be full up.
You know, the narrative right now is, you know, if Amanda wins on Saturday, you know, she'll probably want to fight Katie, which makes a lot of sense. But, you know, Amanda didn't really seem to want to talk about Katie too much, and moving up in weight, that's a big task. But I think it's kind of more realistic if Alycia wins. She's a little bit bigger than Amanda as well, but not as much. Does that fight make more sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, look, we want to make Taylor Serrano, of course, but if they don't want to make the fight, we'll make Baumgardner Taylor. I mean, it's a tremendous fight. It's undisputed at 130 against undisputed at 135. And, you know, we'd be all over that fight. Obviously, both fighters are with Matchroom. It's a lot easier to make. But our priority is to try and make Taylor Serrano. But also, you know, we want Cruz to win on Saturday. So we'll see. There's a lot on the line on Saturday night.
Gotcha. Gotta ask you, what was your thoughts on Beterbiev's performance against
Brilliant.
him?
You know, great fighter. Our yard was great as well. It was a really good fight. Beterbiev's just, you know, I think Beterbiev's a lot cleverer than people give him credit for. You know, he's just the little bits of work that he does. He's incredibly strong. He's a great puncher. And, you know, Beterbiev Bivol is probably the best fight in boxing right now. And
better than Spence versus Crawford?
I think so. I just feel like, I don't know. You know that with fights like that, you get a bit bored with them. Like, I feel like people are a bit bored talking about Spence Crawford now. Maybe it's just me. But like, listen, if that fight got made, I'd be buzzing. But right now, Beterbiev Bivol excites me more than Spence Crawford. I'm not saying that if that got made, it wouldn't, but that's just how I feel. Obviously, you got Canelo Alvarez wants to revenge his defeat against Dimitri Bivol. Callum Smith is mandatory for Beterbiev. So we'll see what's going to happen. But, you know, certainly we're in the mix for some big fights at 175.
Is that a 50-50 fight in your view, Bivol and Beterbiev?
Yeah, it is, but I really back Dimitri Bivol in that fight. I think styles make fights. I think his performances have been great, but Beterbiev's a brilliant fighter, and I just think he's a great fight.
Gotta ask, do you kind of feel like Canelo's kind of, I don't want to say disrespected, but kind of falling under the radar, nobody really paying attention to him in terms of being at 175? People say he can't beat Bivol.
But he's not, you know, the reality is he's not a 175-pounder. What he wanted to do was keep testing himself to the point where he got beat, right? And that's basically what happened. And he boxed Bivol at 175, and he got beaten by the bigger, better man on the night. And he wants to rematch him. Bivol wants to fight for belts. There's an opportunity to do that fight at 68 for Bivol to become undisputed at 68. He thinks he can make the weight, has done for a long time. We'll see what happens. But, you know, for Dimitri Bivol, a guy that's all about legacy, he could fight Canelo Alvarez at 168 for undisputed and then fight Beterbiev at 175 for undisputed. You know, that would be a hell of a run.
It would be, but would you advise him to actually do that, the whole moving up and down thing? Would you advise him?
I think you just get to a stage, to be honest with you, where you want to chase greatness.
Makes sense.
And Dimitri is about greatness. You know, we've seen him have a great 2022, and he wants to keep that momentum.
Bivol's a real tricky fighter, loves to fight on the outside. Beterbiev, though, yeah, he's a little tricky, but he's really like, I'm just going to come straight forward and knock you out. Do you think Canelo would be like, I kind of want to fight this dude. He has more belts, and he has the type of style where it's like, yeah, that's my kind of fighter.
Yeah, I think that right now, Canelo's thinking about coming back against his mandatory, not, it's disrespectful to say test the hand out, but certainly coming back from that injury. And then he wants to challenge himself in September against Dimitri Bivol. Canelo Beterbiev is a hell of a fight as well. I mean, fuck me, that's a bloodbath, you know. But lots on the line for Canelo, and I think the main focus for him is to see him back in the ring and back doing what he does best and coming back from that injury.